Okay. Then maybe I'll start with Natalia. If you had to kind of give advice, sort of an elevator pitch to someone in terms of what to do, what not to do, maybe I'm putting you on the spot here. What would you say?
Yeah, that's okay. So about to-dos and not to-dos. So I think to-dos is, basically, as every relationship, it starts with building trust. If you are transparent with what your achievements and what the challenges are, we appreciate to have a kind of an honest discussion from you from the beginning on. In your presentation, try to be clear. What is your story? What is your differentiation to the competitors? So there is no. So if you're trying to, we are in this space for a long time, and we do know your competitors. So don't hide. Just say clearly, this is where I am. This is where I'm going, and this is what my differentiation is. I think that's very important. And maybe what not to do is so I do have several companies or very often from the beginning on asking for CDA. So can we have a CDA with you straight away without showing any data? And this is normally a very kind of one of the things which repels you very quickly. So I need to, in order to sign a CDA, I need to get engagement in the company first to go into a deeper level of discussion. So rather than, there is you are normally an expert in your field. So for us to repeat something what you're doing, there is no way, there will be no interested partner, because it's not only the asset, but also your expertise is also very important. So try to not ask for it from the beginning on, maybe just from the first thing. There are many other things I don't want to steal from the others. So, but I think if you are clear, you have a compelling technology, so you're clear and open, and you are ready for a long journey working with us. This is the best. Building trust from the beginning is the best way to go forward.
Thanks, Natalia. Maybe jumping to Olaf. Maybe any.
Just to add on, a 10-15 page non-confidential package which says what you're doing, what you want to do, provide some data with it. It might be trivial, but we know in 80% of 70% of the cases we don't see this. We get papers sent, we get all kind of stuff sent. So that's really an essential part. The CDA is as I mentioned the same hurdle. So that's I would think is key, and the other one is be specific or look at the company you want to partner. What's the focus of that company, and try to identify why this would fit to Amgen. So don't come with an anti-infectives. You look at the web, we are not in. So
I can tell you that's a huge annoying part. Even we're in licensing, but we only do autoimmune. I can't tell you how many oncology plays we get. If you just do a little basic research, you'd find out that we don't do that. So that is a major sort of annoying part. Florence?
Yes. So again, I think it's very important to have a good presentation, whether it's best for us is always a PowerPoint that's easiest to look at, which focuses on what's unique about your opportunity, what's unique about it, why is this different, why is this worth, and also be clear also on what you expect from the pharma partner. Because we cannot guess, and it's always a good starting point if you have a clear idea of what you expect from the partner. Could be, an MTA to validate some data you have done. Could be money. Could be out licensing. It's a very good starting point if you are clear about what you want, and also be flexible, because maybe you want. Maybe it's not possible to match what you want, but there should also be some other possibilities around that still can build value for you. So that's for what to do on top of what's been said already, and what not to do regarding the presentation. I mean, we work with very big indications on diabetes, for instance, obesity. And sometimes we receive presentations where the first 5 slides are about the indication. I mean, the prevalence, the business case. I mean, we know all that. Don't waste your time doing that. Maybe if you work on a very rare disease that nobody will know about, but if you work on a disease that's known, don't waste your time telling about this. Just focus on your assets.
Thanks, it's very useful advice. And then maybe save the best for last, Chris?
I'm not sure about that because I'm going to echo everything else that's been said so far. So yeah, streamlined, non-confidential decks are key. I completely agree with Florence. If the first 10 slides are about the indication and market size, it's hard because we've got to get someone from the scientific team to read that, and by the time they flick through 10 slides and they might see your data, they may have lost interest. So strong data package, that's where I really put emphasis here. Have a look at the types of data package that we publish in terms of peer-reviewed journals. Those are most likely the pharmacology models that we want to see, whether that's in vitro or in vivo. Those are where we set the bar for molecules that we take forward, and we would love to see similar data in the same models that we run, because it allows us to put a benchmark against what we have. Also, if you can run them alongside molecules that are in the market, if you have access to them that you're aware of, because that also provides us with a benchmark to say, okay, this looks superior to what we already have, or that Lilly or Novo already have. This is really going to add some value to our pipeline. Maybe have a look at a combination data set with your molecule. That will really help. And maybe I'm spending a little bit of time on the do nots because of everything the positive that's been said here, but CDAs definitely are an issue. If you do not disclose the target and you request a CDA, it puts it in direct conflict potentially with something that we have internally, and most of the time our scientists will walk away. So having target X and a great data package and the requirement to sign a CDA puts us in a difficult position. So try and be as open as possible and come forward with the best data package that you have.